Hello, my name is Melanie Adamson, and I have three young adults that's going to be my audience for today. You guys can come say hello.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hey.
Thank you. Okay, so this is my audience for today, and what I am going to be doing for today is I am going to be sharing with you on how we can improve the lives of children in the state of Oklahoma. And I'm sorry, due to some technical difficulties, I am going to have to go through this, and I have provided the slides for you. So you will have the slides, and you can look at that as you read along with me. Hello, my name is Melanie Adamson. I am the founder and director of Project GAIN, Get Active and Involved Now. Today, we are here to discuss how we can improve the lives of children in Oklahoma. During this presentation, I am going to share with you how we as a community can make advancements by empowering youth to strengthen families and communities. I will not use this opportunity to discuss statistics, but because most of you, my audience, are educators, lawmakers, directors, or employees within programs and entities that are well aware of our ratings as a state and of our county. Most, if not all of us, were born and raised in this area. Even if you have lived here for just a short period, you have learned quickly the many issues our area face, which is mostly due to poverty. Today, we will not focus on the issues, but instead solutions. We as citizens can make a positive change within our community by utilizing our positions and local resources to make changes, not only for the present, but to see these improvements and advancements for years to come. Novak Djokovic, noted to be one of the greatest tennis players of all time, said it well when he said, "Building a solid foundation in the early years of a child's life will not only help him or her reach their full potential, but will also result in better societies as a whole." He understands the importance of using his position to make a difference in the lives of others. He himself has created a foundation, Novak Djokovic Foundation, established in Serbia to secure learning time for children 6 and under. First, let me give you a little bit of background. I was born and raised in Grant, Oklahoma. I was raised in a loving, healthy two-parent household. My mother worked as an EMT and LPN and later became an instructor for the Health Science Technology program at Comanche Technology Center in Hugo, Oklahoma. My father worked at Campbell Soup in addition to cutting yards, hauling hay, and other side jobs. As a kid, both my parents were heavily involved in school and church activities, which is where I gained my love and understanding of the importance of community. Growing up, I was very active in the community and in school. However, I now realize the closer I got to adulthood, the lack of guidance to prepare me for what was to come was not available, which in turn left me vulnerable to the many issues our youth face. I became pregnant my senior year, and now just another statistic. But I was determined that my children would not be. In 2003, now a single mother with 3 children, I began an organization called Blessings. Blessing others with what we were blessed with. I believe we all have a purpose and the power to make a difference. I offer cheer and dance as an avenue to empower young ladies and as a way to discourage teen pregnancy and unhealthy relationships. Today, I continue those efforts through Project GAIN by doing what I can to build a sense of community and helping others to reach their goals to do the same. I have come to understand that we cannot afford to continue to put our lives at the mercy of government. For many of us and others living in rural areas, your livelihood in that state of our communities. For many of us and others living in rural areas, our livelihoods and the state of our communities relies heavily on government funding. Whether you find yourself on the side of receiving welfare or income-based assistance, or if you are one of the few blessed to hold a job within a state-funded program to battle these many dilemmas, either way, you understand the roller coaster ride that comes with depending on subsidies to maintain and care for your family. Our future cannot and should not have to depend on what happens at either capital, but instead what you and I do here at home to equip our future leaders to make a better tomorrow. Here at PG, we network and utilize local resources to build hope, unity, growth, and opportunity through community initiatives. We assist in the development of life skills and self-discovery for youth ages 3 to 18. Project GAIN promotes activities that encourage leadership, innovation, fellowship, and education, promotes initiatives and successes of community partners and the youth to create a positive movement in Choctaw County and surrounding areas, coordinates opportunities for individuals to shine while causing them to utilize teamwork to reach a common goal, seeks networking prospects with faith-based and community organizations, health-conscious programs, school-supported venues, community leaders, and members at large. What is community? What is family? When asking Youth Alexander Ward to define community and the meaning of my hood, he replied that community was a group of people that live around each other and build each other up. My hood, that's my family. We have a strong belief that true change within the youth community comes by giving youth opportunities to have a voice and by utilizing their talents and gifts, by empowering them with the knowledge we have and giving them the tools to work with. They themselves can and will make the necessary improvements for their families and their peers. Let's take a look at how our system works. How do we build and strengthen these families, communities, hoods? Let's take a look at the structure of PG and how it works. Our board, committee, and community partners includes many state-funded community organizations, educators on the elementary, secondary, and post-secondary level, counselors, coaches, community leaders, etc. We work together to identify the issues that our youth face. Once identified, we network and strategize to implement activities and programs to combat these issues. As much as possible, we utilize the presence, talents, and skills of our youth to empower them with the knowledge to resonate to other youth and to attract their families and community so they will be empowered as well. For example, after hearing about 6 youth that I personally knew had tried to commit suicide all within a 2-week span, I was alarmed that this was a problem. I immediately got to work and very quickly found that it was a huge problem in our area that no one was talking about or taking any true action on. My daughter, who is a PR major at Oral Roberts University, wanted to do a fashion show. So we teamed up to organize the Can You See Me Now fashion show to bring about suicide awareness. This event shed light on so many stories of young and old lost to suicide and the families left to pick up the pieces and the effect it has on our community. Stories like Karen Hauser's. She lost her son Jared 3 years ago to suicide. She herself also struggles with suicide. This event gave her hope and has inspired her to start her desire to provide local activities and events to provide support to others dealing with the loss of a loved one. She also wants to do more to prevent it from happening to others. Events like this gives our youth opportunities to make their dreams a reality. Ariana Parrish, for example, aspires to become a psychiatrist after graduation. We introduced Mrs. Hauser and a local counseling service. We introduced her to Mrs. Hauser and a local counseling service who provides suicide intervention to do some research and to give Ms. Parrish a hands-on experience toward her dream. She presented her findings, facts, factors, signs, and ways we can prevent suicide at the event. We recruited local youth to model and staff the event. We partnered with local retail stores, boutiques, and a designer to provide clothing, entertainment. We partnered with local retail stores, boutiques, and a designer to provide clothing, suicide survivors to share their stories in efforts to prevent others from attempting suicide, local dancers for entertainment, community partners to provide venue, food, decorations, and resources. Family, friends, and the community came out to support the cause. The result? It was a success. All involved were informed, empowered, and encouraged to go out and tackle this issue. A QPR question, persuade, and refer training held by Mrs. Deborah Greenwood Clark, a survivor, followed 2 weeks later. Plans for a suicide walk under the direction of Mrs. Karen Hauser is in the making, and the talks of a youth support group by Miss Parrish is promising. By getting active and involved now, we encourage others to do the same. This event also created and built new networks, connections, and bonds, community, family. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I can go on and on about how we can make a difference, but instead I'm going to encourage you to visit our website at www.projectgain.org and like and follow our Facebook page at Get Active and Involved Now. Thank you.